Okay, bro. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. I unmuted the wrong thing. Like, there's a couple unmute buttons, like unmute your desktop audio, unmute yourself, intermission webcam, video capture and audio. Yeah, there's a bunch of little unmute buttons, and honestly, I didn't think to unmute mine for some reason. It was like on another screen. But anyways, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to another market mentorship overview. Hope you guys had an amazing week so far. It is Friday. I am done for the week. I took a trade on Tuesday, and then honestly, I didn't really look at the charts until this morning. And you know what's really cool? I always start these with like a little bit of a story. So here's the story for the day. This morning, I got on the charts for about 9 minutes overall. I took a trade. I took a long position on NASDAQ. Quick in and out. And it only took me about 5 minutes to assess the trade and just few minutes to be out of the trade. Okay. I didn't wake up for NFP. I didn't trade yesterday nor looked at the charts. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really peaceful week. And my friend asked me, it's like, hey man, how do you do that? Like, how do you get on the charts for a little bit and then, go on about your day? Like, how can I be doing that? And I just straight up told him, I was like, you know what? It's something I do normally. I show up every day without knowing when I'm going to be out of the trade or if I'm going to be able to take a trade. Right? I go into the charts not knowing any of that. So I showed up for the past 5 years, and it looks like I showed up for 9 minutes, but I've been showing up for the past 5 years. Almost 5 years. I've been trading for almost 5 years. So, to the outside perspective, to the world, to Telegram, to Instagram, to Twitter, to all these social medias, the world may see that I showed up for 9 minutes. But for me, I've been showing up for the past 5 years. And that's how I came across a 9-minute day, where I made it look, I made it over 1%. I made 1.5% on a Friday from not touching anything all week. So, just wanted to share that with you guys because we all will have these 10-minute days, 15-minute days, 30-minute days. Maybe you will just have the day free. It's like somebody can be here and tell me, wow, like I got in and out of a trade within 9 minutes. But then the next person can come in and be like, wow, I didn't even look at the charts. Who's the winner in your eyes? Answer me that. Who's the winner in your eyes? The guy that didn't take a trade or the guy that took a trade? In your perspective. There's no wrong answer either, by the way. But it's all in your perspective, right? And you got to pick one. You can't just say both. Pick one. Which one's more of a winner to you? The guy that didn't wake up in time, just slept in or took the day off from trading, decided that this was a no trade day, or the guy that took a trade this morning and take profit. See, to a lot of people, individuals, the guy that didn't wake up in time or the guy that didn't take a trade today is usually the one that missed out in most people's eyes or perspective. And I'm here to tell you that in my eyes, the biggest winner is the guy that owns his day. Whoever owns more of their time is the winner to me. To me, winning is based off how much of your time do you own. That's how I base my success. Is how much of your day do you own? Now, let's say some someone only owns about, or not only, but owns about like 12 to 14 hours of their day. That's excluding work, sleep, everything. About 14 hours a day. 12 to 14 hours a day. Now, to a lot of people, that may sound like they don't have a lot of time, but what are they doing in those 12 to 14 hours? Again, it all comes down to, do you own your freedom or not? That's the real winner here. And so, although I did take a winning trade this morning and I did catch my percentage and everything, there's also the other side of the coin where it's like, you could just own the entirety of your day. What about not showing up to the charts for like 2-3 weeks? Right? So it just all depends on your perspective. Right? For me, it's whoever owns the most time. All right, guys, let's dive into the charts. I had 2 weekly objectives this week. It's like, that's my monthly objective, is up there. My weekly objective was this previous weekly high up here, into this previous area of distribution, and we did hit that very nicely. Maybe we hit it, let's see, on Wednesday. Okay, we hit it on the first half of the week. Okay, now when we hit that, obviously I was right after I was looking for some shorts. The first day I didn't like, I wanted to see some shorts, but there's no evidence. It wasn't until we closed like this that I was like, okay, cool. Like, obvious target is previous daily low, right? And you can see that there. Took our previous daily low and went even deeper into this imbalance here. So my second weekly objective was actually that imbalance there, that first low without the wick, that one right there. That was the area that I was aiming for after we took out the high. After that, we dumped pretty hard, and I'll show you guys here. Dumped pretty hard, and besides that, we were just walking price action from Monday. Bullish, 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 and then we distributed. Boom. Now we dropped to the downside, all the way down to this previous area of distribution right here, or this imbalance that we're seeing, right? Very clean price action delivery. So out of the longs on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, let's see what indices did for us. Okay, so we have NASDAQ first, okay? Now, guys, you guys all know that my weekly objective at first was the previous weekly highs. Okay? And then my second objective for the week was actually the previous weekly low right here. Now, we hit the previous weekly low, and we did it across the board, actually. Yeah, we did it across the board. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'll show you guys right here. So here on Monday, we had kind of that doji. The doji that took out that liquidity right there. Boom. And what is this liquidity? This is called internal liquidity. Why? Because from this high to this low, that's my range on the daily. 50% and above, internal liquidity. Okay? So we take out internal liquidity on the daily. Okay? Then on the 4 hour, we just kind of like tried to go up, but really just fail overall to go any higher. Okay, on Monday, you can kind of see that here. Asian high takes out the previous weekly high. And then price action drops. Excuse me. Sorry, my eyes are extremely itchy. Okay. Okay. So we have this push up higher. Now, I wasn't here for Monday, so I'm just going to tell you right now, when price actions like that, I just don't participate. The liquidity to the downside was left, the liquidity to the upside was left behind. So not much of a trade day for me on Monday. On Tuesday, since we did go long on DXY for a little bit longer, then you can kind of see that reaction and follow through through Tuesday's London, through to London. And then once we start getting into New York session, we're sitting out pretty low, below previous daily lows. Okay, below the previous daily low. So for me, I'm looking at this whole hourly range. Okay. And once we trade above this bearish imbalance right here, I'm just looking at that bearish imbalance and seeing if we can find some support to go long to. Okay. Now, I'm not looking for longs forever because we're a little bit high. I'm looking for a nice in and out trade. Okay. So now when we break structure to the upside here, all I'm waiting for is after 10 a.m. So this first break didn't happen till 10 a.m. just comes down and sweeps all that out. So as long as you waited till after 10 a.m., you were safe on that first initial long. Okay, then you have the 15-minute and that 1 hour overlap. Okay, so check this out. Then you have the 15-minute here, okay, and the 1 hour. They're kind of overlapping each other. This price action takes out some internal liquidity. And when we do, create a higher high. But check this out. Look at the way that we were coming down. Internal liquidity down here, and then that external liquidity built up. You guys will see it a lot better here in just a second. See all those equal highs right there? Oh. Now, don't get me wrong. I was also a part of the shorts. We won't go over that too much. Actually, just real quick. The shorts were clean, okay? Don't get me wrong. The shorts were clean. Only after 10 a.m. So I'll show you right here. Really quick. Imbalance. Okay? And only after 9 a.m. I mean 10 a.m. So you see the high of 9 a.m. right here, 9:45. 10 a.m. comes by. Completely takes out that previous 9 a.m. high. And we go for what? 9 a.m.'s low. Right? Boom. Just like that. And so this is how I took this trade. Just like this. Just right off the 15-minute. No need to go any higher, lower, nothing. Just like that. It's my first trade of the week, I think. Yeah, this was my first trade of the week. I actually took 3 trades this week, and they were all, just thinking about it. Just took 3 trades this week, and they were all winners. I think. I could be wrong. I could have taken a loss, but I'm pretty sure I only took these 3 setups, and they were all winning trades. So now, price action. See, I don't even notice when I do stuff like that. Like, hit a winning week. Or like a straight up winning week. No losses. That's pretty fucking cool. Okay. Then the liquidity buildup. We get that shift in structure. Then that liquidity buildup. Boom. right? All following our 10 a.m. rule. Okay, and then price action pulls away. Okay, provides a first entry here, imbalance. Okay, but what I actually missed that. That was a little too fast, and I got in right here on the second imbalance right above. Now this imbalance was a little compressed, so I left enough room where the absolute low of the imbalance, like that first candle. I usually put it below the low of the second middle candle, but in this case, since it was so tight of a stop loss, and I'm not comfortable with tight stop losses, I prefer to leave a little bit more room, so I left it to the very low of the 3 candles, okay? And that's how I got my second trade. And this one was actually a pretty big deal to me. If you missed it, I highly suggest you go watch Technical Tuesdays. It's quite a story right there behind that trade. So, very simple so far, right? Everything's been super simple, okay? So, long, shorts. And then today, a big-ass gap, okay? And then we come to like 50% of that gap and just fall. It's crazy. Fill up somewhat of that gap and then just continue falling. Okay. Now this is where I wasn't looking at the charts, but as we mentioned, DXY went long Wednesday one final time. These are some really nice shorts right here. Oh, I did take a loss this week. I did. I took a 1 hour long somewhere. It might have been on Dow. Okay. Yeah, I think it was on Dow. I'll show you guys. But I did take a loss. Never mind. Anyways, let me show you actually today's trade. Okay. Again, yesterday I didn't really trade, but I was on the charts, and I was telling my students, because I was on our weekly call for my 6-month program, and we do it during New York, and I do it right during the open because I want my team to practice detachment, right? So listening to me while not looking at the charts or thinking about the charts around the open is something that we practice. And I push the students to practice this detachment. And so when we were looking at price action, I mentioned to them how Thursdays before NFP tends to be a liquidity buildup. Now, I drew up a bunch of different targets. Out of like the 4 targets that I drew up yesterday while we were looking at price, only 1 got hit. The other 3, we moved in that direction, but we completely evaded sweeping any highs or lows, thus building up liquidity for today, right? And then here's where we are today. So today, I wanted to see some DXY shorts, okay? And then when I woke up for NFP, it was shorting so hard that, yeah, I mean, it was obvious as to where we were going. Again, I didn't wake up for NFP. I woke up later. I woke up maybe like a couple minutes before I took the trade. And the reason is because me and my partner actually run another business. We bought a small business not too long ago, and it's like bartending services. And sometimes we don't have enough staff, or somebody will call in and we have to go in and cover. And so last night I actually went in and I was bartending this huge private event. All I gotta say, I don't know if I have any Canadians on here, but man, bro, Canadians can drink, bro. I've never ever poured that much alcohol in my life, but Canadians can fucking drink, man. They can, like, dead ass. They can fucking drink. Anyways, that's besides the point. My point being that I stayed up hella late last night, and therefore I woke up late for NFP. But I'm actually really happy that I did, because I like to trade the New York session open after NFP. Okay, it's in my notes. So here you guys can kind of more see where price action was when I got to the charts. So when I got to the charts, this is what I saw. Okay, And so at this point, you got to understand, all right, I'm looking at price action here. I'm looking at the Asian low, and I'm looking at all three of them. All three of them took out Asian low, but not all of them took out that previous daily high. Dow did. And so since I did see these as relative equal highs, I was thinking we can probably poke up there one more time. We don't have to, but we can kind of poke up there one more time. Okay? That was my thought process. So then I look here to the left and I see this imbalance here and here on the 30-minute. Okay? And I'm like, okay, look, if we come back to this imbalance here or this imbalance up here, you know, with respecting the lows of the imbalance, I kind of want to see price action move up from here. So is this time frame and the 5-minute. There it is. You guys see it a little bit better on the 5-minute as well. That imbalance there. So that 5-minute imbalance plus that 15-minute imbalance overlap, using the low of the 15-minute imbalance as my level of support for price. That's how I took this trade right here. Just like that. Then we got the open right here. I didn't get until the actual opening price. So I didn't get until that second candle. Okay. And you can kind of see it. On the 15-minute, it looks so much cleaner. It just popped up super fast. Boom. Super, super fast. And you know what's crazy? I didn't even have to hold it all the way to that high because I hit my daily objective really, really fast. And so I didn't even hold it all the way. Well, on Fridays, I just hit my daily objective and that's all I'm going for. And for some reason, the executions are not popping up anymore. But it's cool. Oh, it's probably because of this. There we are. There's the executions. Buy, close. Super fast. In and out. Done for the day type of thing. Super, super simple week. You know what's crazy? So I was telling you guys on Tuesday about how I switched around the order in which I view my assets. And like, check it out. Like, all I've been trading lately is NASDAQ. All I can tell you guys is if there's ever an asset that you want to focus on more, switch it to the first thing that you look at for the day. Your sense of clarity is so much cleaner at the start of the day. And so go with the for me, NASDAQ's giving me the biggest returns of my life. Therefore, I'm going to start leaning more towards NASDAQ. And so I moved it to the top of my watch list. And it's helped me tremendously. It's helped me change the way that I trade, for sure. All right, guys. I think I am going to wrap it up right there. There's not much more to cover. No, I do appreciate you guys for being here today. I appreciate everyone for showing up. You know, making these calls nice, short, simple is my goal and objective. So whoever's watching the recording, watching this live, can have an easy time digesting everything that I say. Because honestly, I do say a lot. So as you guys watch these, I want it to be, you know, easy to go back, easy to recover or review. So anyways, guys, be safe. Have an amazing Friday. I will talk to you guys or see you guys on Monday morning for our live trading session on New York. Okay. And yeah, guys, clap easy, trade responsibly, and take care. Peace.